About to check out the lower falls with a good view. Dad came through in the clutch, picked us up another night in the lodge, so this camping trip is now turning into a very comfortable trip through Yellowstone. Whew. We did realize last night this is our National Lampoon's vacation, especially after I took us on the wrong trail. All right, I'm running out of breath. Here we go. You think you'd survive?
Easily.
I don't know about that. Try it. Gotta keep up with the little hiker girl. Don't run from the bears. Well, unfortunately, it has been 2 months since my last video, and here we are again, trying to get you caught up on my summer adventures. And this trip is a little bit different than most trips that I go into. It turned into a luxury trip real quick, and there's no better place than Yellowstone to have a luxury trip, because there are lodges that are very, very comfortable and very cool, very unique. We went to the Lake Lodge, which is this big sort of like yellow building that sits right on the edge of Yellowstone Lake with beautiful views out across the lake. We went to the Old Faithful Inn, which if you've never been to, you have to check out as the big, I believe it's pine columns that they take straight from the trees right outside the lodge pretty much back, I don't know, probably about 100 years ago. And they build this beautiful lodge out of them, and it has multiple levels. It just looks like something out of a movie. Then we stayed at the Soda Butte Lodge, which I had been to numerous times on my way out from the Beartooth Mountains. And it's not anything that you'd consider like luxury, but it's still cool, has a very unique atmosphere. And then we went down to the Grizzly Lodge, which is just down the road from the Soda Butte Lodge. And that one was cool in that you could just sit along the stream outside. It had plenty of room for all of us. And we went across to, I believe it was Silver Gate, and watched a bison trample some figurines, but that's not the part I'm telling you about, and picked up a half-gallon of ice cream, and me and my siblings ate it to death. So these lodges provide a really cool trip. There it is. I'm more excited about that kid, man. That's cool.
There you go.
Would you be able to tell when it was about to really blow?
Probably don't. I bet they ground. Yeah. Where's the camera?
It's all good.
Did you just see what my crowd was on your phone?
No, but I'll play it back now. Sorry guys, I'm not paying attention. I'm getting the video. So, I have this idea that I'm gonna go to do some night lapses of, or time lapses of Old Faithful going off, trying to get some stars and stuff in the background. But I don't know exactly when it's going off because they stop updating the clock once the visitor center closes. So, we're gonna see if we can set up and just hopefully get a cool shot or something and pack it in. I mean, when else am I gonna have the chance to be here at night this close? I'll probably rarely stay in these lodges again, but I'm gonna check it out. We heard from Dan the Moose Man, not our Dan, that there's a place called Thumper, and you lay down and you can feel the ground shake from the little exploding gases and geysers underneath. Well, we have not found it yet, but we're trying everywhere now. But this is a pretty pool to do it by. Just checking out Thumper. Hiding from the sun. What's the biggest one you felt?
Yeah, they got good bubbles.
Bigger than that one.
We met this guy. His name was Dan. Not our Dan, not Dan the man, not Dan, my sister's fiance. But this guy was Dan the Moose Man, and he studies moose inside the park. And he told us about where we could find moose, and we wanted to see him, so we kept an eye out. But he also told us about this cool place called Thumper, and it was at Black Sands Pool. And I can give you directions and show you a map right here. It's north of the Black Sand Basin, and it's a little northwest of the Old Faithful Inn. Not hard to get to. But if you put your feet up on the rail and lay back, you can feel the concussion of like a little geyser or pressure valve or something releasing underneath. You can feel it in your chest. It's really kind of neat to do that, so I suggest you check it out. And for my family's first time in Yellowstone, it was really neat to see their faces, seeing these natural wonders that Yellowstone is one of the few places I've been to that they have to offer it. To close our trip out, Slough Creek Campground. We stayed there. Supposedly it's tough to get into, and out of dumb luck, I guess I got into it. But it's a beautiful campground that sits back on the edge of the Lamar Valley, if I remember right. And there's wolves that kind of appear all the time. There were other little animals around that we saw, badgers, if I remember correctly. But beautiful campground, beautiful place, campsites all spread out. It was just a perfect place to sit around the fire, eat, and just be like we were kids again, younger kids, and our dad taking us on a trip.
Just about done.
Picture perfect, man. Put on fire.
Yeah, I still didn't really like jumping in that lake.
Definitely up there. Almost ready to start your storytelling? Yeah, I can't see it back.
Jimmy didn't even mad. A fellow named Adam Miller filed the first official mining claim in 1871, and the whole area quickly became known as the New Road Mining. I filed my claim right after Miller.
So, that's all I got for you on this one. Please continue to check in and see where we go and where we end up next. I do know that the Cirque of the Towers is a video me and my buddy Sage took. Sage is a professional videographer, so the footage from that should be awesome. And eventually my students will watch this too. So you guys, if you ever want to go on a trip, just talk to me. I can't wait to share all my love of this nature and stuff with you. So just ask. I'll tell you where to go, tell your parents how to get there. And maybe if you guys can do it right, you can preach to the board and say we need a backpacking club. That's on you. All right, till next time. That's my story, and I made it. Always keep track of them in this log and jotter too. Check them out. Saddle River Caught. Again, maybe, hopefully it's not 2 more months till the next video. See you later.